So after the frontal view of the head, let's analyze the profile. Few changes, basic proportions the same. I'll try to keep the sizes about like that. So the egg-shaped idea remains. It will be just slightly differently positioned egg. We will have, of course, the same proportions. This will be for the face, usually from where the forehead ends, the head begins to recede backwards. So our faces are fairly flat, save for the nose. And if we will divide our face in thirds, we will have the forehead. Then there would be a little dive in for this, how do you call it, bridge of the nose or something. Then the nose. And then this point serves for the base of the nose. The nose's length, shape, curvature, is it a snub nose or aquiline? Doesn't matter. That's the point where the nose is counted. Then here will be the chin. Same thing. We divide this in thirds. That will be the proper position for the mouth. Mouth opening, kind of short, of course. And then that is what is happening here. There is a curve up. Then the upper lip goes down. The lower lip steps out. And then goes towards the chin, forms the chin, which is like a pebble sticking out. Here is this little cover, this little apron that I mentioned before. So the mouth is not just some kind of a slit in the flesh. Not nice. We can shade it gently. There's two. The nostril. And here will be the eyebrow. This will be this ridge for the temple, the change of form, the relief of the human face. And then the eye is positioned kind of deep inside. So the eyeball probably will be there. It is covered by the eyelid. Like literally a lid with a crease and the shadow there. And the lower lid is rather straight. This goes under the angle. The lower lid is straighter. This line that I drew, I don't like the shading at all. As I said before, it's an awkward position I'm working in. So this line that I drew that connects nostril and the tear duct, which we basically cannot see, should be erased. If you need it to connect, it's fine, it's helping, but it should be erased later, and then everything else on face should be done by the means of gentle shading. So let's go to the head. This is the general structure of the lower jaw. So we have teeth here, and the lower jaw looks like that inside. The ear is on this third, right behind the jaw. Here will be the cheekbone. And whatever we have for the hair. This is this Y-shaped area of the ear. Here is usually a little bit of hair growing. And then from the forehead, the heads go up, the skull area, culminate somewhere here. So this would be the highest point of the head, not here, there. And then the skulls round up, the craniums, and here. So evaluate this proportion. How much heavier and bigger is the cranium relatively to the face? You should always mind that, because a typical mistake of the beginner is to draw very large face and very small, flat back of the head. The neck goes slightly under the angle out. We have not a single straight bone or formation of bones in our body. So here will be the set of vertebrae. Here will be vertebra. Here will be the seventh, bumps out. And here will be sternum. Sternomastoid muscle, clavicle goes this way, acromion, shoulder, back. Same issue of the hair, usually represents all kinds of problems for the beginner, but not if you are viewing it as a particularly styled series of strands. They have direction, whatever we have here. Let's give her a bun and something there, so she'll look like this lady. And then the shading should do the rest. You can shade squinting your eye, as you have learned, in order to see the form principle. I'm just shading to do a fast job for the demo, but always think about the fact that somewhere here is the light source, and she will be illuminated, or he. I can draw mustache if you want. And there will be light also on the top of the nose, highlight, light on the top of the eyelid, and then everything will be darker. And then, of course, the lips and the cheekbone and the tonal values will gradually gather here. Necks are cylindrical. And then with a lot of shading done, remember the X assignment, and you can clean things up, find the light, even do some highlights in the hair, draw with your eraser. Work, study, add detail, observe, learn, look at the pictures, look at the masterpieces. The ear probably will be slightly darker because if the light comes from here, then we cannot have everything equally illuminated, but you can erase a couple of times to make sure that there is gradation and a lot of work with the shading. And then, like with the cloth drapery assignment, you can use a wipeout method, cloth and the eggs, and do all kinds of effects. I also have some sound effect here in order to show the highlight on the hair, some kind of a glow. So hope it will be helpful to you. And one last thing, if you want to have a nice resemblance achieved in your profile drawing, connect with two lines, forehead and the nose, nose and the chin. You will have certain angle. It will give you tons of character. Evaluate negative space here. Directions. You can always hold your pencil to anything and find out what is the angle of the element that you are working on. Because, returning to the facial angle, the nose could be like that, which would be unfortunate for this person, but nevertheless, or, and then the angle will be different, or it can be totally flat, and then the angle will be even more obtuse.